Hey, everybody, and welcome back to The Odds Couple. I'm Sid Rosenberg here with my good friend and esteemed handicapper, Mark Lawrence from the new and improved Playbook.com. Hey, Mark, how are you?
Sydney, it's always great to be back with you.
You too, man. Another great week for you last week. Also, we both make picks on VegasInsider.com. But, Mark, the way things went down this past weekend, dinner is going to have to be on you after the show. Way to go, 3-0, another big week. Me, on the other hand, I'm not even sure I could pick up my own nose at this point. But later on now, I had a bad week. You had a great week.
Sid, I know one thing last year. You closed like a freight train last year, and I'm banking on you here real soon.
Well, I hope so, because I got off to a halfway decent start.
Yes, you
but
did.
the last couple of weeks, I've really fallen down here. But you have been magnificent. And by the way, 6-0 between our two shows here at OpenSports.com and more winners on Playbook.com. We're not even talking about over here. You were just tremendous last week.
All in all, a great week it was for us last week, handicapping football. We'll look forward to the same, hopefully, this week.
I think you're going to get it done again. My money's on you. That's a safe bet. Let's get to our three hot trends for week number 5 here, Mark, of the NFL season. Trend number 1, Kansas City is a big home dog this Sunday against the Dallas Cowboys, but that might not be such a bad thing for a winless Kansas City football team.
How about Kansas City? Nobody realizes this, Sid, how good they are as a home underdog. 17-2 to the spread when they're taking 4 or more points against an opponent that's lost at least 1 game on the season. And they also happen to be what I call an ugly pig, a team that opened up 0-4 and is now a home underdog. Look out for those Kansas City Chiefs this week. They might not be pretty, but they'll bring home the bacon.
I agree. They're not as bad as the Rams or the Browns. You agree with that?
I agree with that,
And
yeah.
Dallas is overrated at 2-2.
Overrated. My only concern here is that Dallas might be a little bit hungry here coming off the loss, but Kansas City is not as bad as an 0-4 ugly pig.
Fair enough, Mark. Eli Manning is battling a bad foot, and that is not helping the Giants buck this trend, even if it is against the Raiders.
Well, how about the New York Giants? 0-12 to the spread when they're playing at home off a road win against an opponent that's off a straight-up an ATS loss. That's not good for the New York Giants, who do almost all their damage on the road. They struggle a little bit at home. Darren McFadden out for the Raiders, but with Manning being hobbled as well, that kind of balances things out here. Look out for the Raiders here. Too many points for the Giants to lay on a week like this.
All right, Mark, the Ravens are back home after a tough loss in New England, but the upstart Bengals would at least cover if trend number 3 delivers.
How about the Baltimore Ravens? 1-10 to the spread at home off a loss when taking on an opponent off a win. We're talking about a lot of big, large underdogs on the NFL football card this week, taking more than a touchdown. Most of them bad teams. The Bengals are not a bad team. They're taking 8 points from a Baltimore Raven team that was staggered last week against New England. Thought they should have won the game and didn't. Look out for those Cincinnati Bengals.
I think it's 8.5 now, and I
Yes.
will talk about that game later on today
Okay.
in this program. Time to check out our inbox to answer one of your handicapping questions. Jamie in Raleigh expects his winless Panthers to come off the bye week and destroy the Redskins for the easy cover. Right now it's 3.5 points. What about those Panthers against the Redskins?
Well, John Fox isn't looking to destroy anybody. He just needs a victory right now in the worst of way. Here's a
But
football
you know the
team
rumor is out there that Bill Cowher, living in North Carolina, will replace John Fox at the end of the year.
looking right over his shoulder. There's no question about that. They do need the victory here, and I like their chances here for one main reason, Sid. Teams that are winless in the NFL, that have a bye week to get ready, are dynamite. They're 21-6 to the spread in the role Carolina's in here this week. They'll get the win, they'll get the cover. I don't know about destroy, but a win is good enough for John Fox.
Agreed. Remember, if you have any handicapping questions, feel free to send Mark and I an email. We're at theoddscouple@opensports.com. That's theoddscouple@opensports.com. That's going to do it for the first segment here. The picks are coming up next. We're making you money on The Odds Couple next.